to our topic for today. I am the Prince. You also hear the voice of the Goon. When all of you kings and queens get on the mic, please introduce yourself the first time that you speak, and then we will continue. All right. Today, our question is, what does reparations really do for the community? Uh, Also, as Black people, what would our job be once we receive these reparations? Also, what does Black supremacy really look like? And can it coexist with white supremacy? Because we had the Martin Luther King and we had the Malcolm X views on things. Sometimes I think that, like, oh, if they leave me the fuck alone and let me do what the fuck I want to do, then I'm okay. And I feel like that's a little bit of Martin, but I have an aggression inside of me that's like, punch him in the face. Just punch him in the face. So I'm going to go ahead and open the floor up to my people and let us dissect this topic for the inferiors and for all who just need to be educated.
Anybody want to go first? Okay, Cinder, go ahead. Hop in.
But could we go question at a time? Because I had answers, but you went through them so fast that I'm like forgetting what the questions were.
Totally. I just want to throw it all out on the table so we know what we're working with, and then we'll break it down.
Right. Damn. So what was the first one again, please, if you will? What would reparations look like? Yes.
Yes,
okay.
And what would it really do for the community?
Okay, so I am Viscountess Lady Cinder here, and what reparations would do and what it looks like is serving the Black community in any way that it dictates. And that's with more than just your body, it's with your wallet. Put your money where your mouth is. Pay up. It takes money to make anything in this world happen. So you really think you're going to serve anyone, any superior here without money? You think your fucking Weasley ass, pitiful fucking body, your fucking pathetic ass holes are gonna serve anybody, anything? That's not what reparations look like. Us using you, your wife, your daddy, your mama, whoever the fuck else you trying to offer up on a fucking silver platter is not it. It's putting your money where your mouth is. It's actual monetary reparations you pay. So that could be us putting it towards food pantries like St. Sarah always mentions, us doing charity work, giving back to the community, but it takes money to do any of these things. We have plans in order and on the way, but you have to step up to the plate and pay what is due you. You fucking annihilate our people, so now we're gonna annihilate your fucking wallet. That's what reparations look like to me.
And let's keep it here. How about somebody else chime in on that topic?
I think I'll go first.
I have something.
Yeah, let Hoodoo go and then Red. No. Go ahead, Hoodoo. You have your hand up.
All right. Hi. I am high, as in your highness, Queen Hoodoo. This is always such an interesting topic because A, it's how does it look, and B, how does it happen? So is it equity that we want? Because I hear a lot about equality. And at this point, we don't want to be made equal. We need to be made whole. So what that looks like is, and it's talked about a lot in these spaces, generational wealth, trust, scholarship. You see they're trying to take academia away from us. Why? Because we kick ass in that area like we kick ass in everything else. So you're trying to level the playing field. So that's what reparations looks like. Level the motherfucking playing field. But you don't want to do that because it looks like 10 steps ahead for you is really not looking like that. Because no matter what you do or try to do, we've already done and perfected it. But in this particular country, in this situation, when we talk about this horrific crimes against my people, then yes, we need to be made whole. And that does look like trust fund, scholarship, property, land, entrepreneurship. All of those things need to be supported and made to happen.
I love
Very
it.
nice.
Go ahead, Red. On you, and then Paris.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Red Dillinger. Not only am I an adult content creator, but I'm also a God King tier of FinDom, a BNWO. If you don't know, you would know now. So for me, my picture is a little grand. I see the same vision as St. Sarah, and I'm all about community, I'm all about family. But before that, you have to start with it yourself. So for me, it's all about building structure where it's like I can build generational wealth for my family, which then turns into, let's say, if one of my siblings want to be a tradesman, he has now money that he can pull out to be a tradesman. He can open up his own business. Therefore, now he has his own thing going on. I can have, yes, puppy?
Oh, no. I'm going to go after Paris. Go continue, Red.
Okay, so let's say my sister, she wants to be a nurse. We can pull out money from the family bank. She could be a nurse and be possibly a registered, non-registered nurse practitioner. So now we can say, okay, my brother is a tradesman. He knows how to build houses. Go talk to him. Or my sister's a nurse. You need prescription for medicine. I can always say, okay, go talk to my sister. It builds a community. If you can build your own network of community, which then it helps return to other prospects of everybody else, that's how you build a community. Just like how Carver Bank, if you guys don't know, is a first black-owned bank. Okay, they started their own Black Wall Street. Why can't we? Once we can understand that we have to build our own generational wealth before we can help out with the community, we can help out so much more people. But before we can do that, we have to make these motherfuckers pay. They know our pain. They know our truths. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're in here every day listening, contemplating, just care about dicks and pussies all day. And they can't get none. And they will never get none. I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what they feel. This is us. This is our time. This is our generation. This is our wealth. And we're going to take everything that we fucking need. And we're not going to give shit back. Just for our community and our community only. That's it.
Well said, Red. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Paris. After Puppy, then it's going to go Coco.
Okay, hey everyone, I'm Princess Paris. I wanted to say like the reparations, what they would look like for me, just how everybody was saying, is us basically having our own community, having our own doctors, our own lawyers, our own farmers market, pretty much everything. And I don't think that our Black supremacy would coincide well with white supremacy, only because they're systematically set up differently than we are. So I'm just saying, like, time and time again, they showed us every time, we're doing better, we have our own banks, our own doctors, everything, they're going to bomb our city, they're going to flood something, they're going to figure out how to get them reparations back somehow, some way. So I do think that us having our own community would be the number one thing that we do. We would just have to work on having it outside of the systematic racism that is going on right now.
Well said.
Very well said. Okay, so this is Prince Puppy. I want to take what Lady Cinder said, what Red Dillinger said, what Queen Hoodoo Highness, Your Highness, Hoodoo said, and what Princess Paris said, and put it with my thoughts. It starts at home. This is kind of like the old school Black teaching, what we do in this house. So it starts at home and then it goes to the community. So whereas I have a few subs and we have these conversations to where it's like you do have to build me up first. I'm a greedy master. That's what it is, and then it goes out sort of like to my family. Right? And then it goes out to our greater community. But when Master is good, then his empire is good. So then his empire can be a light within that community. And then we go out into the community and we have our soup kitchens and we give to the poor and we uplift. Also, I say if we had our own Wall Street / Renaissance movement again and we had a few blocks or a nice few acres of area, we would have to have our own army, our own stores and all these things. And I think at that point, no other race would want to go against the black army. But we'll continue with Coco.
Yep. So just real quick before you go, Coco, welcome anybody that's new to the conversation. We welcome you guys. Just to let you know, if you're coming off the mic, please say your name for the recording. That way people know who you are. That way they know what voice is coming off the mic. And again, we're just having this open conversation. We're going to keep it respectful, but we're going to be open. We're going to be honest, and we're going to keep this free-flowing thing that we got going on. So we appreciate everybody that's up here. Shout out to the Black Point of View. Go ahead, Coco. It's on you.
My name is Goddess Coco Henny, and I feel like reparations to me is the inferiors doing everything they possibly can to serve the BNWO. Like, yes, you might want to serve somebody individually, but the end goal is to betterment of the Black community, to help serve everybody. So, like, there's plans in place to put funds in place to be able to help everybody. So even if you're serving a certain dom or a certain cash master or whoever, there should be still money put aside to put into the BNWO as a whole.
And I'm actually just going to jump in right there.
Yep,
because I didn't finish my point earlier. But I'm glad you said that, Coco, because, again, I have several subs that when they send my Sunday tribute, they also have a percentage that goes to BNWO as well. So that's something that I didn't completely finish in my statement. But also with starting at home and then going out into the community. Also, the next thing is awareness, but I didn't want to jump too far ahead in the conversation. But awareness is like the next pinpoint, and that's a lot on the inferior. That weighs a lot on their shoulders. So maybe we can incorporate that in some of our answers now going forward.
Red, go ahead and jump back in. I'll go after you.
Pretty much that's about it. Because it's like I'm just more cutthroat with it, but I'm more passionate when I speak about our community. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always want to have a way so that we can help each other out. The way that we can have our own structure. You know what I'm saying? Like without having to like do the utmost. You feel me? So it's like I love the fact that we can have this type of conversation. I love helping out as much people as I can. I love giving out as much knowledge as I can. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like maybe you have a different perspective that I didn't see, and I can learn off you. Same vice versa.
And genuinely, Black folks is a giving people. Like, we will take from your ass, but think about how we're actually going to spread that in our community. Go ahead, Goon.
So again, I appreciate all y'all, bringing y'all points of view to the conversation on the Black Point of View. Again, shout out to Puppy, fire ass name. This is Goon, aka your God, King Dom, the voice of the BNWO. And the one thing that I'm going to say, kind of preface a little bit and give people that don't know BNWO a little look into how we're looking at things. As Puppy says, starts at home, starts internally, you being able to take care of yourself. That way you can feed into your community. And then if everybody's able to do that, the community itself becomes a nation, it becomes an empire. And this is what BNWO at the crux of everything is about, that Black unity, Black liberty, Black love, Black luxury. These are the things that we promote on a daily basis. And as Puppy said, we're a very giving people. But the way that we're going about doing things is taking that concept of reparations and the actual act of getting reparations and doing it our own way. And doing it in the immediate term, not waiting for the government for what is promised and what is owed to Black people in this country. And if we extend that, because we want to, again, try to include all Black people into what we're trying to do in liberating all Black people, that's going to extend into the reparations that should happen across the globe to all Black countries and all Black people across the globe. So it starts with us, and I think the way that we're approaching it, as you can hear my fellow Black superiors say, we're forcing these white people to engage with us on our terms. So the mindset of reparations is what we start with at the very beginning. Then the act of reparations and making sure that they are contributing what they have in their white entitlement, their white wealth, their white guilt is coming back to us. That way we can now allocate those resources appropriately amongst ourselves. And if it starts with something like BNWO, as you can hear all these beautiful Black voices saying, we can affect that change across the globe, and other people can either join in with us or they can do the same thing. And the one thing that BNWO has always been about is we're pro-Black we're pro-Black everything, but we're not anti anybody or anything. So when it comes to that, and I'll land here, the way Pup can jump back in, we're not saying that one reparations is more important than the other, but we're also saying that we are tired of waiting around for reparations to come at the behest of others. So now we're putting things into our own hands, and not only are we putting things into our own hands, but like Puppy said, we're creating that army. We're creating that army of like-minded people that can then create that now channel and flow of this reparational type of income, and start showing people like, hey, like he said, I believe it was Red and Puppy that said this, and a couple of the Black Eyes Queens as well. Black Wall Street, Black medicine, Black finance, Black architecture, Black everything. Black infrastructure doesn't really exist to the point where we can thrive in this country and across the globe for the most part, if you really want to start looking at it. And again, these are not just concrete points or facts I'm saying in this thing that I'm about to land with. It's just the viewpoints that you try to look at everything from. And I landed there. Puppy, jump back in.
I just want everybody to be proud of being here. Okay? 10 years ago...
Step away from the phone. Puppy! Here, boy.
My bad.
No. How about I was on mute and I was being all profound for 2 seconds. Okay.
Oh, damn.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
I'm here. I just want everybody to be proud that they're here and that they're doing the work. I would say about 15 years ago in the media, we were still out there talking about reparations, and y'all owe us this, y'all owe us this. But look how organized we are. Look how smart we are, because we've always been smart. We've always been able to get out of sticky situations, and we'll have one on slavery another day. But we're very smart, and we're definitely able to organize. So when I said bring awareness to my inferiors and other races, some of y'all act like y'all scared, like we're animalistic or whatever y'all want to put on us. Normalize us and our families and how we operate, and know that we've always been the backbone of you. We've always been the one that has pushed you. We've always been the one that you've been able to capitalize on to do all the work. And because we're such a nice giving people, and we think of our community and others, we always nod and let you do that shit. But we are organizing, and we're not doing those kind of things anymore, and we're not operating in that sort of way. And we have now made it a real official movement, not just something that's talked about underground, but it is a real official movement that the Blacks are rising, and they are here to take what belongs to them. In a little intermission, I just want to say for the people listening on the YouTube and the streaming services, please hit the subscribe button and that bell so you get all the notifications and when I'm live. And when we are live, drop down the comments and leave a comment so that we know. Yes, we need to know that your asses were in the comments. So go ahead and drop down and weigh in on these topics and what you want to see hear more of from us. And also, if you have a favorite voice that you have heard today, drop that down with the little star emoji. If one of the queens just sounded so sexy to you and you want to hear more of her, make sure you drop down in the comments and you let us know. Go ahead, Goon.
I mean, damn, you make it kind of hard to follow up after that, puppy. That was pretty incredible. I'm not even jacking that. I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker good. That's why puppy my boy.
I mean,
But
I do this. You know?
he does this though. Like, so the other thing, the other part of the question that you had, let me go back here and look at it.
Are we going to talk about supremacy, or do we need to back up?
I think that was a good segue to bring up the supremacy aspect.
Or first, let's go back. It's the black people. What is our job? Once we got that.
That was the second question.
Now we did talk a lot about community, and that is the job, right? Like once our homes is comfortable and we can put our feet down and our shoulders down, then we go out into the community. And so that's what, our job is. But what really is the job outside of creating the businesses? How do we get the inferiors on board to be that working class and to push black business like we have pushed white business for so long?
So I'll start. Actually, Paris has a hand up. Go ahead, Paris.
Well, I just wanted to say, like, for me personally, I know it's a lot of embarrassing here that, they send because, like we do their kings. They like, because, we do TPA, some shit like that. But a lot of them aren't sending just because they know that we are owed or we're deserved reparations. Like I asked DL the other day, like, why does he think, we deserve reparations and things like that? And it's like he knows that we've been done wrong for years, so he sends as much as he can, as many times as he can, so he can, get his back right on track. So I think it all starts with us, giving them things to educate themselves, because a lot of them just send because, they like our private parts, literally.
Very true. Big black cock, big black cock, big black cock. Go ahead, Lady Cinder. It's on you, and then Hoodoo. Got you after, puppy.
Lady Cinder again speaking. It looks like every option you have is black. Shop black, eat black. Every service you get is black. You have no choice but to pay us. Fuck you, pay us. We are what you utilize, because that's the only option. You're gonna sin because, as Paris said, that's your duty. That's owed us. Beyond that, moving forward, everything you do, black. That's it. Every piece of clothing you buy, every, hopefully, software that you utilize in the future, black made. Everything black. That's how you get back to that.
Got you. Well said. Your Highness Hoodoo.
Okay, hi, it's Hoodoo. What is our responsibility once we receive reparations is to rebuild our own communities back up. We don't have to stay latched onto the teats of this society. If, we're getting it in the numbers and we're going back in the community, again, we can start spending, using our billions of dollars of spending power within our own community. I think that very much is our responsibility. Like Red said, making sure our family members are having access to their entrepreneurship, their scholarships, whatever they want to do. I do think that is our responsibility, because I do think as a whole, we tend to kind of sit back and wait for somebody else to fix it for us.
Well said. Well said. Sir Prince Puppy, it's on you, and then Red.
Okay, I just have basically a statement. And that we are owed reparations. They have wealth because of us. We've worked in their businesses for so long. We've built it. We've gotten them richer. They've owned us in the past, etc., etc., etc. Us putting back into our community isn't actually us just putting into the black community, because the land around the black community will also prosper as well. So if that means that other races are on the outside land, then they will prosper, because we operate different. We think different. We have love and we have compassion. Yes, it has been victimized and looked in the media that we are aggressive. Yes, we are aggressive and we're strong. But that's because of what you've done to us. So we can't have you act oblivious to the issues. You know the issues. But what I can't stand is when a Jacob and a Karen gets on TV. I don't understand why they were talking to me like this. I don't get it. What is that? I don't understand. Why he's so mad? Why he's so mad? Because, bitch, I have to look at you. You know, and you've done what you've done, and now you want to act stupid. So we're just not bringing that kind of energy into 2025. We've actually been a very calm people. And we've been very stern with you. But see, y'all don't like that. Y'all like when we laugh and we giggle and we have a great time with your ass. But when we sit there and tell you something, oh, it's aggressive. And I done said it in the most calmest voice that I got. But yet you want to make it seem like it is savagery. Yes, we're going to be savage going forward. That's all. I just wanted to make a little statement. That's all about the people.
I have
You better let them know.
slide about when
Go ahead, real quick.
have the subject about slavery, please put in a little subtopic of breeding, because this is the B section. You want to know why we run fast and why we do all this stuff? Remember this. Okay, that was
about to wake it up. It's gonna be a very interesting conversation.
Because there's so many branches to that tree, man.
Exactly.
Is it on red?
Yeah, it's on red. Go ahead, Red.
All right, sorry. Just put it this way: you guys have the clear people have over 400 plus years of laborless work. Honestly, you took everything off our backs. You brought us to a land that we don't know of. You made us work tirelessly. And I think it's time for you guys to send the reparations. I think it's time for you guys to actually show your appreciation towards the Black community. I think it's time for you to fucking let us know exactly how you feel when it comes to us. Not only that, I think we should do it the other way around. That's just me. I'm being a little more radical. But at the same time, if you're here simply to fucking listen and say, hey, I'm here for BBC and I'm here for this, I'm here for that. No, you are solely mistaken. We're going to take everything right back. That is all.
And I, Lady Sandra, just wanted to add, never forget who the fuck built the White House that you keep electing these fucking racist bastards into every fucking 4 years. Never forget that was us.
We built this land. We built the buildings. We built these homes, okay? The last part to sort of wrap up this discussion.
Hold on, puppy. My fault. I stepped away from my phone for a quick second.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
So, Goon, the voice of the BNWO coming back in. Another thing that I think when it comes to our job with reparations, right, is to, as you guys said, like pour back into the community, but also uphold the community in a higher light, if that makes sense. I think that another thing that comes into these conversations of reparations is, making sure that we're made whole. But then what happens when we are whole? And the mindset that we have. And this is why I love BNWO and the people that are a part of it. I don't really hear anything selfish. It's like, how do we make the community better? How do we make the community better? And we've had these conversations of interactions between Black men and Black women. We've had the conversations of how do we have better respect amongst our heterosexual Black community with our LGBTQIA community? How do we have more integration with ourselves about our community? And how does that help us promote, again, making sure that we actually have a Black community to be able to circulate our money in? Because here's the other thing that I look at. We already spend like the most in this country. We already are one of the, our money doesn't circulate the way that it does in other communities. And with BNWO, I believe we're initiating that practice. I believe that we're teaching these white people how to start putting their money into our community, and then also teaching our people how to keep that money within our community. And just keeping it to a BNWO FinDom aspect, when we have subs now, these subs circulate within BNWO. They might serve me. They might serve Puppy. They might serve Lady Cinder, Red Dillinger, MX Ruby, Goddess Bunny, Luna Goddess, Lord Panda, Your Highness Hoodoo, Prince Panda, Paris Rex, and everybody that's in the listeners that's Black superiority. They might get an opportunity to sub-fund the lifestyle or contribute to the sub-funded lifestyle of a Black superior. And this is going into what Paris was saying. Just teaching them to put that money in Black people's hands right off the bat. You shouldn't even question it. You should be buying Black. You should be investing in Black. You should be doubling down on Black, no matter what. Because again, without us, you guys wouldn't have any of this. And the systematic oppression that you guys keep trying to impress on us is getting less and less as time goes by, which is why you see all this radical shift in politics and the way that interracial what's the word I'm looking for? Just interactions on an everyday basis are starting to go, right? They understand the power that we have from a community standpoint. And I'll land it here. As Puppy said, you guys did all these atrocities to us and we're owed these reparations. We haven't gotten them. Other people have gotten them. But we figured out how to survive off of our community. That is inherent to us, just like anybody else, but we doubled down on it. And we've been able to thrive with that. But now within this community, we're initiating that change. Like Puppy said, like we are real. This isn't just some underground thing where it's just a bunch of Black people trying to make money. This ain't no Ponzi scheme. It's like, no, we're coming together. We're going to make our money for ourselves. That way we're good and we're no longer a liability to the community that we're trying to help. I think what they say when the plane is going down, put your mask on before you try to put the mask on to somebody else. So we embody that and making sure that, hey, I have my finances together. I can also contribute my finances to what we're doing in the community, not just be a helper in the community, which is great, but I can help make some major change. I can be a partner in this community of helping build this community. And that builds that infrastructure. There's a Black doctor, a Black lawyer, a Black accountant, a Black director, a Black screenwriter, a Black makeup artist that can completely put the whole industry on the side of its head if they have the right backing. So I also land with this over here. Definitely these social media platforms. There are not that many that are Black owned. If you have been on something like a fan base, FAN base, that is a Black owned platform. Now, it might not be as popping as Twitter, but we can invest in that. And that can make that platform bigger. That way it does get to a rival like a Twitter. But also we have our own platform, blacknewworldorder.com, which all of the Black superiors in here invest into in some way, shape, or form. So again, that cooperative economics aspect of Pan-Africanism we embody. We embody it to the point where we use it to our benefit to get our agenda across of, again, building our community up, building self-sufficiency, building independence, financial freedom, generational wealth. That way we also have the access to, again, Black liberty, Black love, and Black luxury. So I'll land it here. I know Luna came off the mic for a quick second. Please jump in. Luna, welcome. Just a quick reminder, as you're coming off the mic, just say your name. That way the listeners on the stream and the recording can actually know who's speaking. Go ahead, baby. On you. Give her a second. She might have stepped away from the phone for a quick second.
And while we're waiting on her, we're going to iterate that again. That is www.blacknewworldorder.com.
TheBlackNewWorldOrder.com.
All kings and queens and inferiors should sign up for that explosive website today. And then my homework for all of you beautiful kings and queens and princes and princesses and highnesses and all majesties, I need all of you to make a post today.
Oh, I love that, puppy.
You have homework. You always have homework on Sunday. Make a post today, maybe even two.
Hello? I'm going to be on it. I'm going to get my homework assignment done. Quick little caveat on that. If you have not gotten access to the website yet, we are updating our onboarding system. So you will be getting access very, very soon. Appreciate your patience. We will get you on there as soon as possible. But the reason why is because we verify everybody and make sure that you are safe for our community and that you're not a threat to anybody, sub or dominant, inside the Black New World Order. Red Dillinger.
1 second. Inferiors, make sure you pay attention to who are in charge, who you would like to serve. Get in their inbox, approach them, have respect. Also, for my community that is watching on the streaming platforms, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell to get all the notifications and to know when we are live. Drop down in the comments. Yes. And let us know that you were in the room. We will continue with our discussion. Thank you, Brett Dillinger.
What's up, everybody? This is Red in the building. Just want to give a quick shout out to our own BMW owned subs. So I want to give a quick shout out to Duncan. He has been the utmost fucking exemplar of a great sub.
Big shout out to Duncan.
Gotta give out also a shout out to Emo White Boy, and I believe who else? Of course, I want to give out a shout out to my personal sub, Red Servant. He's also been an exemplar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give them a quick shout out because they've been working their ass off. So every time they hit me up and say, "Hey, King, you need to retweet," I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead and do that." I don't have to ask them a lot. They just do. They just know exactly what they're doing. They've been helping other goddesses, other princesses. They've been helping out tremendously. So I was just going to give them a quick shout out. And normally, I don't even do this. I really don't. But I have to give them their flowers for now.
Right.
And since we're doing that, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and shout out Boozy, Bozy, you down there, bitch. I love you. And my bitch, sub Justin, who was in here, I think he has left. And Busy Bone, you know you're a good bitch. And all you other little bitches down there that I done forgot. Yeah. Let's move into the end of the last.
Hold on. Let me shout out my.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
He's been doing pretty good. Chastity Slave has come back. He's been doing pretty good. Shout out to him. And of course, my favorite poor little white boy, one of the best, if not one of the first, B&W owned subs out there. He's been working hard, always sending when requested, sending more than he should, doing more than he should. So we need more subs like the ones that we're talking about right now. The acknowledgement that they're getting is not because they are in our DMs all the time. It's because they're working hard. They are contributing to the sub-funded lifestyle of a Black superior or many Black superiors at one time. So big shout out to the ones that do it. And for those of y'all that don't, serve and be of service, and remember B&W over everything. God's Luna.
Black Power.
Hello. So, I'm gonna go back to your reparations question. I did post my reply in my comments, but I also have more to get off of my chest on that. So Black people are descendants from kings and queens, right? We have a history of greatness that runs through our blood. And so when they brought us here, they tried to erase our identity and make them into their images for us. And so now I think reparations is really about us getting our power back because we always deserve to be served.
Yes.
I love it.
And that's it. And I'm going to go back to listeners.
Nope.
No doubt, baby. Thank you.
I'm glad you brought it back to topic because, again, the last part of this is, can white supremacy and Black supremacy coexist in the world together? I mean, this is my little statement on that. I feel like since everything is Black influenced anyway, there definitely will be a lack in their community if they didn't have Black. I think that we would function quite well if we didn't have white. But I don't know. Let's continue.
So I'll jump in. Goon, the voice of the B&W, jumping back in. It's very tricky. I think it can coexist if both sides wanted to. And I feel like with us, we've kind of proven that and shown that a lot of us here do coexist with a lot of white doms. We also coexist well with other white people when we're not within B&W spaces, but it's B&W all the time, right? This ain't something that we just turn off. For us, it's more so a lifestyle. Is something that we're very passionate about. and we don't play with it. So I do think that with the advent of certain clear people, not just the white people, probably not. White supremacy, no. But people that are clear that might be like, yeah, I have white pride. I love being a white person. Yeah, I think we could coexist if we both try. But again, I feel like our side is always willing to coexist. It's the other side that's not really trying to. So, it's on you guys.
Anybody else want to weigh in before we wrap this part of the discussion up?
Paris has her hand up. And I know Berg is coming up too.
I'm sorry, this is Paris talking. Just like I was saying earlier, I personally don't think that we would coexist just because, like, systematically is, they're set up to always be superior over us. I do think we would have to do, which, we did work so hard for integration, but I think we would have to do separate but equal, which will be very hard for the white people to get because a lot of their culture comes from us. A lot of what they do, how they have fun, it comes from us. So I do think it would be very hard for them, which is why they did bomb all our shit back in the past. But I don't think that we would be able to be equal at all. Like, and still be superior and do those things together.
I kind of like that answer. I feel you. It is valid.
Go ahead, Cinder, and then Coco.
And I just wanted to add, it's not their culture that comes from us, it's culture as a whole. Like, we're the music, the art, like, jazz started in New York. That's a diaspora thing. Like, we are the culture. That's why we call it the culture. So, it's like, the equality thing is out the fucking window. We spawn too much.
Is that why we always say culture?
Because we the culture. Like,
I mean, we technically are the culture.
We are the culture.
The culture.
Culture. THEE.
We are teaching y'all so many gems today.
Come on now. Go ahead, Coco.
Okay, so the question is, can white supremacy and black supremacy exist together?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I feel like we couldn't, because technically, like Goon said, that we're anti-nobody. White supremacy is born off anti-blackness or basically anti-everybody that doesn't have Caucasian blood. So how can we coexist when they don't fuck with us? We're not anti-them, they're anti-us. That's why we need all their money. We need reparations.
Go ahead, Cinda. Jump back in.
And to piggyback off of somebody else again, white culture, there is nothing. Like, there is nothing that was made specifically out of whiteness that was started in America. We have culture that was started because of blackness in America, because we were brought here, because we were taken from our home, and we had no choice but to make this our home. So we have a culture. They do not, as white people, as Europeans, as Anglo-Saxons, etc., etc. Yeah, there's culture, of course. But white people in America, they haven't made anything. They just take from everyone else. So, like Coco was saying, white supremacy takes from everyone else, shuns everyone else. Black supremacy, all we do is give and uplift.
It's like it's like putting paint on a white sheet of paper. I get it.
Oh my God, puppy.
That's the best shit I've ever heard in my life. Swear to God.
Anybody else have any more thoughts about reparations, the culture itself, and how to uplift the culture even more?
We got Berg in the building. Go ahead, Berg. Just remember, welcome all the new people. Just put your name out there. Let people know who is speaking before you come off the mic, and then we'll get you on. We're also going to start rotating because we got a couple other people that want to jump up. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Keep retweeting the space if you are following us on our other platforms. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification.
You know I wasn't going to say it.
I'm not trying to take it from you.
No, go ahead. I was just going to say it.
It was so good.
I
want to make sure that y'all know when Puppy is live, when Sir Prince Puppy is live.
Oh, no, we are all live today.
All live. Not just when he's doing
us.
the Black Point of View, but when he's also doing his other amazing conversations like Alpha Talk.
All y'all got to do is pay attention to the channel because all of our businesses will be promoted. Everybody's business, everything that people got going on will be promoted at some point in time. We are here So you need to go ahead and tune in and check the page every single fucking day because you want to go ahead and see what the fuck we got to say.
BNWO should be your life. Anyway, go ahead, Berg, and then we're gonna let my man Brandon Cowboy, aka D, jump in. Go ahead, Mr. Berg.
What's the question again?
Can white supremacy, can BNW or black supremacy and white supremacy coexist?
Nah, fuck that. Too much blood on the walls and on the ground and shit. Fuck them Yakubian niggas. Fuck all of them niggas. Like real shit from the top to the bottom. You know, strip the ego down from the ayahuasca, all of that shit, my nigga. No, why? Why should we?
Because we've already tried it and we've been nice for a very long time.
Be like a very, very, very good reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't give me a good reason. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you know, they pussyfooting over there. You know what I'm saying? They not fucking each other no more. You know, the birth rate going down and shit. They scared like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They think the mulattoes gonna save them. Nah, nigga, fuck out of here. Even the mulattoes was one. You know what I'm saying? It's what we ain't finna hold hands. But I heard somebody say, you know, we as black folks, we've been giving this shit like that. I think we gotta kind of stop that. We gotta kind of like slow up on that shit, my nigga. Like we on some like early quarter 21st century shit, my nigga. Like we gotta stop giving the other folks and like start just giving back to ourselves and pouring into our cup type shit like a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's getting ridiculous. The election just passed and shit. You got other races looking at each other like, what happened again? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in my early 30s, so I went through like 4 or 5 elections already, my nigga. And it's always, you know, so the other niggas like, oh, what happened again? Like, nah, I'm just kind of tired of that. So, like, nah, we can't live in the same standard because we're not even in the same standard. How can I be in the same standard of a person that I had to teach to wash their ass? You feel me? And then 1,000 years later, they find out on TikTok
y'all don't
they
like
still
to
not
wash
washing
y'all
their
butts.
ass. Like,
and you like the shit where you drink.
That shit kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird.
You know, shit kind of crazy.
So nasty.
Appreciate
just be musty out here. Oh, God.
Y'all literally invented wine just so you could shit in your drinking water. That's
Body wash is to be used.
All right, hold on, y'all. Hold tight. Hold it down. We're going to let Brandon jump in. Then we're going to let the Findom, I'm looking at the name. Yes, Findom Princess. Just want to make sure I said it correct. We'll be going after, then Rochelle, and then Princess Paris. Go ahead, Brandon. On you, bro.
What's good, BNWO family? I am the Branded Cowboy, aka KCD. I'm going to say this, now fuck that. We need 20 states of our choice. You know, our own internet infrastructure, our own water infrastructure, our own land, and build our own government within ourselves. And we tap into our own shit. That way we keep our culture to our fucking selves, all right? And we sell them the culture when we're ready to sell it to them, right? That's what we need for our reparations. We don't need we need our own 20 states. Give us 20 states of our choice. That way we could pick for soil. We could pick for the goddamn coast for the get shipments to come in when we're ready to breed with Africa and bring them over here. And we need our own shit. So we need our own internet infrastructure, our own building to the water structure so we can have our own water net so we don't poison our fucking waters of our towns. And we need to build ourselves on that note. That's all I have to say on that one.
Well, let me just say this, Brandon, right after you. Well, hell, I'm going to need 10 of y'all to be fucking governors by next year.
Hello?
Come on.
This why BNWO is a problem for a lot of these people, man. I'm telling you right now, they don't want these problems.
Elect these states. Anyway, we're not going there.
Listen. Y'all can keep the other 30. Go ahead, Findom Princess. On you. Thank you for being patient, my black ass queen.
Thank you so much for hosting this space. This is actually my first time here. Thank you all. What's up, family?
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Princess X. The X is short for expensive and exquisite. You know, just so there's no confusion. So I actually just wanted to touch on everything. I really enjoy this. And can white supremacy and black supremacy coexist at the same time? Absolutely not. It would be a fucking nightmare if we ever woke up and decided and realized, you know, the power that we hold and how we've been manipulated and brainwashed for generations. So no, that's definitely no. So the reparations, I briefly heard someone ask about equality. Again, no, we're superior. There is no equality. We're not looking for equality. There's nothing equal about us. We are superior. We're not going to lower the bar and bring ourselves down. We're not. That's Like, again, we've been brainwashed and manipulated to believe. That's why when I go out in public, I wear a wig. I have 4C hair. Like, I am a victim of it. And I'm healing my generational trauma and my generational wounds that made me believe that I was less than or not worthy of and not enough. So, no, there is no equality. We are superior and we need to stand in that space. I did want to briefly mention, too, that we just entered the age of Aquarius, which is all about authenticity. So, I feel like people are finally tapping into their power and realizing how much power they actually hold. And that was basically it. There was so much. Again, this is my first time here, and it's been really empowering. I really enjoyed. Thank you for hosting this space for us. That's it. I just want to keep it short and sweet.
No, appreciate you. And real quick,
yes,
Princess X, welcome. We welcome you. Thank you for coming in. Just to clarify, what Highness Sudu said was equity. She was focusing on equity, right? I think she also said not equality. So you both are on the same page. Just wanted to clear that part up. But also, we love you, whether you got on the wig or you got on the 4C hair, you showing it all off. You beautiful, baby.
Because we beautiful every kind of way. That's
every
true.
type, whatever way you want to be, however you want to do it, we over here supporting you. You want to do the wig one day, you want to go bald next, and then come back with the full head of the locks in 2 years. I'm with it all. I need all. Right. Okay, I want every picture, every video with just your beautiful black, magnificent melanated face, sculpted and just smiling, looking all beautiful and all that. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming in for the first time. We here every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the East, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on the West, every other time zone in between. We would love to have you come back, catch us on these spaces, mingle with us. Welcome home, baby. Welcome home. Welcome home.
One more thing before I do go. I did just last night. It's been 16 hours. I started an engagement group for BNWO FinDom, specifically FinDom. I know there's a lot of female domination as well, but I just feel like our niche is so neglected to the point where I'm rebranding and I don't even have any inspiration to look at. I don't even have anyone to be like, oh, look, she's doing it.
Welcome home again. And just to let you know, I'm glad that you have that. We also have our official BNWO FinDom community as well as page. So we will be following you from there. Please send us your information. That way we can also
connect with some of these queens too. Mm-hmm.
Love it.
The Black Brat Pack. So we're 24 members in 16 hours. So we're just trying to continue to grow each other, empower each other, uplift each other, and engage with each other. So that's it. Again, short and sweet. I'm out. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Let's get Princess Paris, please, and then Red Diligent.
Rochelle is going to be first because we haven't heard from her yet.
I didn't see.
And then I know. Elon don't pay his bills.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, Rochelle. I see you down there.
Yep. Go ahead, Rochelle. It's on you.
It's okay. Hi, this is Rochelle. This is also my first time, but I already love it. And to the question of can white supremacy and BNWO black supremacy coexist, I think due to how we were treated in the past, when historically, if you look back, one of the first letters written by our European royal about Africa is that we were animalistic, that we were dirty, disgusting, foul, and we spoke this weird, strange language, and which came from the starts of slavery. And then if you look, when we, historically speaking, when Black people and white people were trying to come together, another side then tried to brainwash us instead of them. And what Miss Princess X talked about, I absolutely agree. I think, and will continuously think, they have tried their best and they have done everything in their power to brainwash us and to believe, and to making us think that we are below everyone and that the white man is the best, and how they've never done anything wrong. When, if you look at Christopher Columbus, Sir John A. Macdonald, Cheeto, Mr. Cheeto. That's
We know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's so many, there's so many things. There's so many people, especially white men, that have done thy wrong that they have tried to blame on us. If you look at, I think his name was Bull Connor, 1964, Birmingham City Jail letter by Martin Luther King. He states in it how the difference between how a young white child grows up and how a young colored child grows up. And how the difference between, they can go anywhere they want for like a white child, but then the black colored child has to sit there while their white friends get to go on whatever park they want to go on, and how the colored child is only confined to these certain spaces. So long story short, I think there would need to be a lot of fucking growth. And also, I think the amount of bullshit that we have, pardon my French, I think the amount of absolute fucking bullshit that we have had to go through as black people, especially as black women. Thank you, Abraham Lincoln. Anywho, it's like, how we're these hypersexual beings and how all we care about is sex and all we think about is, let me please that doing. When the reality is, it's like, no, we all have hormones, we all have feelings, we all have desires and urges, and like, stop, like, instead of pushing it on us, why don't you focus on what the real troubles is in you, the codependency, the generational trauma that you're sending down year after year after year, decade after decade, century after century. So yeah, I think there would need to be a lot of things, and I think we as BNWO and as us as black people as a whole, as in general, we need to see a lot of things, not just from white people, but I feel a lot of other races as well.
Wake it up.
I'm saying this as a Afro-Latina Dutch woman, and oh my goodness, if you look at the history of all those, Dios mío. But yeah, like, yeah, I'm gonna end it on that, and
Well said. Thank you, and again, welcome. I believe you're a new face. I haven't seen you around, but I'm glad that you're here. And again, this is why also I emphasize, just real quick, puppy, why it's important for us to be mindful of our black identifying people of color. And I'm glad that Rochelle is here and letting y'all know her diversity, because she's a beautiful black woman. The beauty of our melanin and how it affects everybody that's around us and everyone that does get the opportunity to mix with us. Since we're going to be talking about breeding next week, we got to make that be known. And I think, again, the beautiful thing about what we do here is that everyone just has this mindset of, my black might not be as black as your black, but it's not no nunca. No, I'm no black. No, it's I am black.
Black is black.
I am black. I don't care what type of black I am black. So that also goes to like our conversations about not all skin folk is kinfolk, because sometimes motherfuckers be infiltrating. And the beautiful thing about BNW, I'll land it right here. These people just eliminate themselves. The fat trims itself over here. We are a lean, mean, very sexy fighting machine, whether we be nice, thick, and juicy. And y'all know I do mean thick and juicy, how we only do it. Or you slim, petite, slender, looking like a juicy little Slim Jim. Either way, let me let Red
And the
go.
Coons is a whole nother show. We ain't talking about the Coons today.
That's what I'm saying. We got a lot coming. I'm telling y'all right now, the Black Point of View, y'all better be tuning in.
I felt like it was Princess before Red, though.
I was just about to say, you know how we do it. We make sure our black goddess queens and our black omni-unbound rulers go first, and then our black men, we bring it on home. We bat and clean up, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, Princess.
Well, I was just wanting to reply with basically what Berg was saying, because sometimes I feel like it's just like a never-ending, like, lesson learned battle when it comes to us inviting other people into our community. Because it's like, at what generation are we going to stop including other people? Like, I don't know, it's just like we haven't learned yet. And it's like, even now we're talking about it, it's like, why haven't we learned to stop including these white people in our shit? I just don't understand. And then even with him saying, I'm always going to be inferior to people who I had to learn, who had to teach, wash their ass. Like, I just did a video on here the other day of a white woman talking to her black boyfriend about how she sit bare ass on porta potties. And I just feel like, we need to stop including them in our stuff.
Nope, that's normal to them.
Oh my God. I'll never be able to get comfortable with that conversation. I'm sorry. Y'all can talk about scat all day. You talk about sitting bare ass on the porta potty.
Oh, we don't like dirty booty. We don't like dirty
No,
booty.
no. Dirty booty is not the type of booty that we like. All right. We got a good sub up here. We definitely gonna bring him up because we know who he is.
But that Red, sub needs to wait though. Let's get Red, and then we need to go. And then we need to go ahead and wrap up this first portion. So after Red, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that up, and then we're gonna move on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just quick service announcements. If you have not signed up for the blacknewworldorder.com, you're missing out on a lot of shit. So please come on home, and shout out to Rochelle too. I had the pleasure of meeting her a couple of times, and for shits and giggles. But yeah, shout out to Rochelle, definitely.
Okay, thank you for that reiteration, Red Dillinger. We appreciate you. Okay, all right. So everybody, get down in the comments. Leave your comments. I want to, between me and Goon, after this little portion of me wrapping up the show, I want us to read some of those because I'm sure we've neglected some, and then we're gonna open up the floor for inferiors and submissives to ask their questions and pose their thoughts. But next week, I want you guys to think of our topic. So next week, I want you to think of black media, okay, or the media itself. Okay, so let's think about the media and how it portrays blacks in the media, which we already know. And also, how can we become more black dominant? One answer is definitely this podcast. So you definitely need to subscribe to the Black Point of View.
Easy one right there.
That was right up in your face. But yeah, think about that for next week, and we will go from there. I want to thank all of you for joining me today and giving your perspectives on the topics today. And we will have more of these lives and these podcasts and great content coming to you very, very soon.